Hi, I'm Marybeth.
And I'm Isabella.
And today we're going to make homemade bread. So the first thing we're going to do is wash our hands nice and thoroughly, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to dry right behind you. Take the towel, yep, and dry up, dry up, dry up. Okay, good job. Now we're going to get started. Okay, so these are the things that you're going to need. A measuring cup, measuring spoons, yeast, some scissors to open the yeast, sugar, flour, and salt, some kind of cooking spray or oil to grease those when it's time, a bowl to put your dough in to rise, and I'm using a KitchenAid today. Now you can do this by hand or you can do it with a hand mixer. I just find it easier to use a KitchenAid, and so that's how we're going to do it. So here we go. So into my mixing bowl, I've added 2 1/4 cups of warm water, about what you'd give a baby a bath in. I've added 1 packet of yeast and a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. And we're going to let this sit in here for about 5 to 10 minutes. And it's going to get a little frothy on top. Well, it's been about 10 minutes and we are going to start adding the dry ingredients. So first, Isabella is going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar right into this mixture. On to the next step. Isabella has added 3 tablespoons of sugar, and now she's going to add about 2 1/2 cups of flour. Very slowly, very carefully. Go ahead. All right. And now she's going to add a tablespoon of salt. Right in there. Okay. And that's it. We're just going to let the machine do the work for the next 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of canola oil. 1, 2. And about a 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of flour. Now we're going to keep adding the flour every couple of minutes until it makes a nice dough that pulls away from the sides of the bowl. My setting is on 2, so that's where you want to have it. You don't ever want to go any higher than a 2. Every once in a while, if you need to turn it off and scrape down the sides, go ahead and do that. And just get those sides scraped so that all that flour is absorbed. All right, as you can see, we are starting to form a nice dough. We're going to put another 3/4 cup of flour in. I've been adding flour throughout the whole process at 1/2 cup, 3/4 cup at a time. And you can see we're starting to form a nice dough ball. Okay, so now you can see that we've got a nice dough forming. It's starting to pull away from the sides of the bowl, and that's exactly what you want. When all is said and done, you want to put in about 6 cups of flour. Between 5 1/2 and 6 1/2 cups of flour is what you're going to go through. So we're just going to let this knead for about 5 minutes. Well, we're at the end of the kneading, so we're going to turn this off. We've sprayed this bowl with just some cooking spray. And now we are going to take that in there. Isabella, could you film me? Move your hand. Good. All right. So we're going to take the hook off. All right, we have a nice ball of dough. It's a little bit sticky. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to put it in this bowl. We're going to put it down, and then we're going to flip it so that the whole thing is covered with the oil. Now we're going to take a nice clean towel, and we're going to put it over the bowl like that. We're going to take it over here, and we're just going to leave it here for about an hour.
Hold on. To do.
Nope, wait. So go ahead, take that off. The bread has been rising for about an hour, and Isabella is going to do the most fun part of making bread. You ready?
Punching it.
She's gonna punch it. Go ahead. Good girl. See, now it's all deflating. That's good. All right, so now I'm gonna hand the camera over to her. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What did we do before we started anything, Bells?
We put the yeast.
No, just now before we punched that down, what did we do at the sink?
We washed our hands.
That's right, we washed our hands. Okay, that looks amazing.
That's a big piece of bread.
So now we're gonna knead it. So you take it and you just put it in on itself. Use the palms of your hands and you just knead. And I put about a 1/4 cup of flour on there. And we're just going to do this for a minute. All right, now we have a nice dough, and we're going to take a knife, and we're going to cut it in half, like that. I'm going to put one piece here off to the side. Now we're going to put it on that clean towel. A tiny bit more. And we're going to kind of pat it down, kind of get it looking rectangular, a rectangular shape. And we're going to take our rolling pin and we're going to roll it out. Just going to roll it out. Oh, I see a mistake I made. Now my cutting board won't move around. See? Much better, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you just pick that up. And it doesn't have to be rolled out huge. Just got to roll it out a little. And it's pretty elastic, so it springs back a lot. But we just want to get it rolled out like this. All right, so that's pretty good. So this is what you're going to do now. You're going to start on the long edge and you're going to roll it. Roll it in till you get that. Then you're going to take your spray. Nope, you got to bring that camera up so that you can see me. All right, good. All right, we're going to spray these bread pans. You've got this rolled up. You're going to tuck this under about halfway. You're going to tuck that under like that. And you're going to lay it right there in the bread pan. And then in a second, we'll have the other one ready. And then we are going to put them back over where we had them the dough rise the first time. We're going to use the same towel and cover them up. And we're going to let them rise in the bread pans for about an hour. It takes a little bit of muscle, not too much. Okay. Another couple. There we go. Now it's really looking good. We're going to take this, give it a quick spray. Give it a quick roll. Tuck. Tuck. And this is what it looks like when it goes in. Now we're going to take it over here. We're going to put one there. And we're going to put one there. Bring that over here so you can show them what it looks like. All right, and now we're just going to put the towel over it, and we're going to come back in an hour. And there you go. It's been rising for an hour, and now it's going to go in the oven at 375 for 30 to 35 minutes. Okay, Isabella, you want to film and I'll put them in?
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
Don't forget your gloves.
All right, there's one. Two. We're going to do 30 minutes and check it. And then we're going to see how it looks. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I get to bring a wall phone.
There you go.
We just got the bread out of the oven, and we're going to have some of it for dinner.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Want to do it again?
Yes.
All right. Hi. I hope you liked this, and it was our first time not making bread, but videotaping making bread. So if you have any questions, you can just message me on Facebook. Bon appetit!